be bent by the power of thought alone?
Bend.
What is the truth about mind over matter?
Bend.
Can metal bars be distorted without being touched? Mysteries from the files of Arthur C. Clarke, scientist, writer, and visionary. The scientist who invented the communication satellite, the writer of 2010, and now in retreat in Sri Lanka, the visionary who ponders the riddles of this and other worlds.
Among the souvenirs cluttering up my office is this key, which used to unlock the front door of my house in North London. At least it did until I met Uri Geller. You may remember him, the young Israeli who, back in 1973, astonished everyone by his ability to bend metal. I met Uri Geller at Birkbeck College on one of my visits to England, and frankly, I was astonished when, in front of my eyes, he apparently bent this key just by stroking it gently. Later, I wasn't so amused when I had to wake up my brother to let me into the house. Using the mind to control matter, to bend keys, as Yuri claimed, is called psychokinesis, or PK. PK seems to take many forms. The currently popular fashion is spoonbending.
In California, it's all the rage at the best parties.
Get a point of concentration in your head. Make it very intense. Focus it. And put it into the silverware. 1, 2, 3. Bang! Bang! Bang!
When minds think alike, the cutlery is quickly contorted.
Here's one right here.
All right.
Yeah. Here's one. Woo! Look at this one, what Tammy did. Very good. Wow.
And I can't force this, but if I just keep rubbing on it, it gets hot, and then by testing it occasionally, it just decides to bend over.
Okay, well, what I believe is going on is that there is an energy or a force that we can all tap into, that science calls psychokinesis, that simply has to do with the relationship between mind and matter.
Melt. Bend. Bend.
The tines moved back and forth. It was easy to see.
The craze began in 1973 when master metal bender Uri Geller appeared on the Dimbleby Talkins.
Look, it's like it's becoming like plastic. It's breaking. It's breaking. It's a crack. You can look. It's very.
He convinced many experts that he had paranormal powers.
Bend.
Later, at Longleat, the family silver suffered when Uri got hold of a spoon owned by the Marquis of Bath.
This is so heavy. Yes, it's happening. It's happening.
Yes, sure. Hold it up. Yes, that's nice.
Yes, it's bad. Look, it's becoming there.
Yeah. Enough to break. You will break it. Watch out.
And there's no heat at all. Touch it. There's absolutely no heat.
Is that solid silver, Lord Bath?
Yeah, it was made by Gerard in London.
But Geller was not the first. The parlor psychics of the 19th century claimed PK powers that could levitate tables or make objects take off and fly around the room. Film of Russian PK experiments reached the West in the 1960s. Alla Vinogradova could apparently make a cigar tube roll about with the merest wave of her hand. Nina Kulagina was shown moving a matchbox isolated beneath a plastic cover. And under the stony-faced scrutiny of the film crew, she appeared without touching to be able to make a compass needle spin. In France, Jean-Pierre Girard claimed he could bend a steel bar just by stroking it. In Switzerland, artist Silvio Meyer bent the world's hardest currency, the Swiss franc, and in his own video showed how the spoon on the right slowly wilted when he pointed a finger.
Wherever claims are made, PK generates controversy. Psychical researchers around the world are still arguing about reports from a small Missouri town named Rolla.
Locksmith Ron Henson is a vital member of the team conducting the controversial PK experiments. They involve a mini laboratory designed by the SORAT research group led by William Cox and John T. Richards. The mini-lab's a specially adapted fish tank, securely sealed, so that nothing and no one can get into it. Yet a film camera recorded mysterious movements inside. Objects shuffled about, and paper rings linked together. Balloons went up and down like yo-yos, all apparently unaided by human hand.
The most remarkable thing that's happened in the mini lab, from my standpoint, is the linking of rings. Solid leather rings have been seen to link.
In another film, plastic rings got in on the act.
Now, heat is a phenomenon that we had to contend with, and this thermometer, made of plastic, was heat damaged. Not the only one that we lost in the process.
And sometimes fires broke out.
This balloon, as you can see, has been melted from some inexplicable heat that occurred in the mini lab. On other occasions, balloons such as this have been seen on camera to inflate for some unknown reason. But there's no way that the air could be piped in. The mini lab is completely sealed at that time.
Paper parasols just appeared.
The first parasol that appeared actually was seen by us for the first time within the mini lab, standing on the sword or halberd of a plastic knife that high, which had gotten inside of the mini lab itself, and which has been